everybody, and welcome back to the Girly Girl Bookworm. So today I am doing a finished series update because I made a video like this a long time ago. I think it was either last year or the year before. No, it was definitely last year. Of my finished series, and I know I was really confused with what synopsises I was giving because I included a lot of books that I finished series in high school, and I really couldn't tell you what they were. So, and then I realized I left some out, so I decided to make an update because this is my finished series bookshelf. So as I was putting them back away after having them all put in my window seat so that way they could clean the carpets, I decided this would be a perfect opportunity to do them. So really to do it because so what I did was I put all of them away except the first books, so that's exciting. I'm either miscounting or I lost a series. I could have swore that I finished 30, but as of right now I can only count 29, and I'm like I said before, I'm not including the ones that I put in my other video. You're gonna see some similarities, I think Vampire Academy was in that one, but I'm not including the ones that I did in high school because that was just too much, and I don't even have them on my bookcases anymore. They're in a box in the basement. So, enough rambling. I'm just going to get started telling you about this 29, unless I'm miscounting, series that I have completed and finished. The first series is A Great and Terrible Beauty by Libba Bray. This is a trilogy. I just finished this one this series last month, and I rather enjoyed it. I'm including The Sister of the Traveling Pants by Anne Pratchett in here, even though I technically read this series in high school. It's just one of my absolute favorites, and if I get the chance to, I would totally love to reread this series. And I did read the last and final book in college, so that's why I'm counting this now. And that has 5 books in that series. Then, obviously, Twilight by Stephenie Meyer. I finished this series last year. 4-book series. You know the drill with that one. Then, the obvious one as well, Harry Potter and the J.K. Rowling. Because that makes sense. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone by J.K. Rowling. I read this series for the first time last summer. Loved it. Wish I could reread it, but it doesn't count towards my Goodreads goal, so I'm going to hold off on rereading this baby just yet. Then one of my favorite trilogies of all time, Eve by Anna Carey. I don't know what it is about this series. This trilogy always sticks out in my head as one of my favorites, and I just love this book to pieces. Then Halo by Alexandra Adornetto. This is a trilogy that I read last year. It's about angels. Wasn't really crazy about it. I wouldn't really go recommending it, unfortunately. Then we have the Bright Young Things trilogy by Anna Godberson. Read this back in February. It was actually pretty good. It takes place in the 20s. And yeah, that's that. Then this series is Tiger's Curse by Colleen Houck. Technically the series isn't done, I guess. There's supposed to be a 5th and final book, Tiger's Dream, but whenever anybody asks the author about it, she really says she doesn't know when it's gonna come out, because she's been signed to do 2 other books for another publisher in between them. So I'm kind of counting it as done because who knows when that 5th book's gonna come out, if it's gonna come out. So I'm really not getting my hopes up for that one. So I'm considering this one finished. Then another series that I really love is Wake by Amanda Hocking. This is a 4-book series and about sirens, and I love this series as well. Then another one of my top favorite series is Delirium by Lauren Oliver. This is a trilogy, dystopian. I love it. Even though a lot of people don't care for it, I still love it. Then one of my other favorite trilogies, I've even got my mom reading them. That's how much I love this trilogy. And that is Vixen by Gillian Larkin. It's the Flappers trilogy. It takes place in the 20s. I really personally love it. Just kind of one of those guilty pleasures of goodness. I love it. I love it. And then one of probably the few adult series that I finished was The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo by Stieg Larsson. This is a trilogy, even though it should have been more books, but he died before he finished writing them, so that was a bummer. Then, obviously, we have to have 50 Shades of Grey by E.L. James in here because I gave into that bandwagon because I wanted to see what the hype was. Don't really love this series, but I would love to reread it now that the hype is gone to see if it was just me being biased towards it or if I just really don't love it. Then, another adult series, I've got Daughters of Rome, which is kind of like a trilogy. The first, if you go in time of release, technically Mistress of Rome, fallen over. Mistress of Rome was technically first released, but I consider this the first one just because of the fact that if you go in order of time, this one comes first. Then another series I finished this year was The Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan. Don't really have to say too much there. Again, not too much to say, but The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. Boop. Then another one of my personal favorites is The Goddess Test by I call her Amy Carter, but I know that's not how you pronounce that word. But I call her Amy Carter. I love this series. I want more books, but I don't think she's coming out with any, unfortunately. Then we've got A Duology, Anna Dressed in Blood by Kendall Blake. This is the lovely copy that my dog ate, but that's okay. I really enjoyed Anna Dressed in Blood. Didn't really like the sequel, but what you gonna do? Then another guilty pleasure read that I love is Forgive My Fins by Tara Lynn Childs. Mermaids, come on, people. And then we've got Uglies by Scott Westerfeld. This is it's like a trilogy, but with an extra book at the end. So I consider it a 4-book series. Not my favorite series in the whole world, but it was alright. And I love these covers, so it was worth it just to have these on my bookshelf. Then another favorite series, Vampire Academy. I love it, and I can't wait to finish Bloodlines. I can't wait for the next book to come out. And then I included Matched by Ali Condé. Not a really good trilogy either, but I read it. It's done. Then, obviously, enough said, Divergent. Veronica Roth. Broke my heart. Still haven't seen the movie yet. Same with Vampire Academy. Maybe one day. Then we've got Beautiful Creatures by Kami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. One of my favorite series as well. Can't wait to get to the spin-off series, Dangerous Creatures. Just gotta get off my bookbind ban first, so that way I could love that series as well. Another favorite, Across the Universe by Beth Revis. Doesn't get much better than this sci-fi trilogy. Come on. Then I'm considering this a series. I don't really know if it is or not, but A Child Called It by David Pelzer. He has this book, A Man Named Dave, and Lost Boy, and they all revolve around his life and his abuse and foster care and all that stuff. So I consider it a trilogy. I don't think it really is, but I consider it because I read all 3 of them, so I consider it a series that's done. More adult series, we've got the next Always by Nora Roberts. This is from the In Boonesborough trilogy. Loved this one. Then we've got A Vision in White, also by Nora Roberts. This series is the Bride Quartet series. Weddings, Chicklet. Then the last and final finished series that I have at this moment is the Maze Runner series by James Dashner. I like this trilogy too. I can't wait for the movie, though I probably will take a while to go find it, finally go see it. But yeah, I like the trilogy a lot better than the prequel, though. I kind of wish I could just throw the prequel away because it was just that bad. But this is another one of those dystopian floppy book series that I love. I never realized this was as floppy as it was. That's a good way to end a video. I hope you guys found some new series that you would love to try out. If you have any questions about any of these 29 series, go ahead and leave a comment down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, everyone.